Hello, my beautiful fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Welcome to this, your October 15th through October 31st reading and predictions. For those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome. Just let me let everyone know I do not edit my videos, and there goes a fly, and case in point, why I probably should edit my videos. I do not edit my videos. I expect authenticity from psychics that I consult, and so therefore when I do videos or private consultations, I'm pretty authentic. All right, for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my little channel here. If it seems like I'm rushing and under a little bit of pressure, I am. I spent several days out in the desert in both California and Arizona with temperatures exceeding 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit. And I did not have electricity, which means I did not have air conditioning. The inside of this trailer was well above 140 degrees at one point, making it impossible to be able to get anything done other than sitting and spraying myself with cool water. So because of that, I was a little bit delayed in getting videos recorded this month. I am also, as is everyone on this planet, under the influence of the annular eclipse, which comes out tomorrow. I'm sitting here recording this for you on the 13th. And so that is also influencing some of the energy. So I do apologize for the abbreviated recordings this month and readings this month, but I did feel it was important to jump on, get this video done for everyone because, hey, we're moving into Halloween, one of the most exciting times of the year, at least for some of us that are a little witchy. Okay, Aries. Let's get started. I will put timestamps down below for everyone. So if you want to jump ahead, feel free. All right, Aries, we're going to start with you. Got one card that's jumped out and another one that's thinking about it. It's kind of floating on the top there. Not sure what it is. And there's another card. Three in total, and yeah, that card is going to come out because it won't go back in the deck properly. So we're going to start with the Queen of Summer, followed by the Eight of Summer, followed by the Five of Autumn, and Five of Winter. Interesting. Interesting that you've got two fives here. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to read these in the order in which they appeared. So we've got the Queen of Summer here, and then we've got the Eight of Summer. Both cards correspond to the suit of Cups, and thus we're dealing with the emotional side of things. And then we have the Five of Autumn and the Five of Winter. This is Pentacles, this is Swords. So let's start off with the Queen of Summer. The Queen of Summer is a call back towards our intuitive side, back towards our intuition. And the Queen of Summer asks us to ensure that any decisions that we're making at this time, Aries, we're making those decisions from a place of our own heart and not making those decisions based on external influences. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't ask for help, because with the Five of Autumn here, also known as the Five of Pentacles, this is a card of ask for help if you need help, ask for guidance if you need guidance. But the Queen of Summer says ultimately any decision you make must come from the place of your own heart. There is nothing wrong with asking for help, input, guidance from others, but the decision has to be yours, Aries. And the other thing that the Queen of Summer or Queen of Cups can indicate is that you may be on a path right now, Aries, of looking after others more than looking after your own needs, thus leaving you feeling like you want more out of life. And the sense that I'm getting with 2 5s, an 8 of summer and this queen is that you feel like you're putting a hell of a lot of energy and effort into a relationship. For the vast majority of you, I want to say that this is some type of romantic or familial relationship, not a business relationship. For the very small minority of you, this is a business relationship, but for the vast majority of you, this is more of an emotional relationship, something you are emotionally linked to. And you feel like it's very one-sided at this point in time. And so the Queen of Summer has come into your life and she's saying, look deep into your heart and see how you can rebalance things so that there's more of an equal give and take in the relationship. The 8 of Summer is a card that unfortunately is also a card of sometimes you have to let go of the past in order to be able to move forward. It's a card of moving on. It's a card of, I'm just not feeling it anymore, Aries. And like I said, for some of you, I do feel like this is familial. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with a relationship that you have with a family member. For many of you at this time, for whatever reason, I'm picking up that this may be something between siblings and it's just not sitting well or resonating. You're going to have to look into your own hearts as to how you're going to want to deal with this. But ultimately, this 8 is saying something's not balanced in it. The 4 + 4 is not adding up to 8. You know, it's more like a 6 + 2. And so yeah, this is indicating some major life changes. Like I said, the 5 of Autumn, also known as the 5 of Pentacles, is a card of ask for some help and guidance, but ultimately the decision is yours to make, Aries. And then you have the 5 of Winter here. And the 5 of Winter is absolutely 100% a card of moving on. It's a card of coming to the realization that what you thought you wanted, what you thought you had, what you thought you had walked into and manifested into your life wasn't what you actually received. And so this is a card of, yeah, this is like, unless things can be rebalanced and worked out differently, there isn't really a future there. So that's kind of where you're at now. The intention of those cards was where you're at now. Let's have a look at what you are focusing on for the remainder of October. You do see me splitting and swatting. It's because there are some flies in the RV at this time and they're little pesky. All right, so what are the Aries focusing on? How are the Aries going to resolve this situation? Okay, that card's definitely coming out. Okay, so you've got the 9 of Spring that's come out. That's the equivalent to the 9 of Wands. I'm getting called upon to clarify this as well with another deck here. Focus. What are the Aries focusing on? King of Pentacles. Yeah. And the Fool. Okay. So the King of Pentacles is a mature man. He's wealthy. He's made it. But he also calls upon us to do more self-exploration as to what our motives were in order to have arrived at where we're at. So this whole thing here with where you are at now, we've got this Queen and the 8 of Summer and the 2 5s here. These cards are all indicating that there is trouble brewing in your relationships right now, Aries. And this 9 of spring as well this is a card of protect the fruits of your labors. Whatever you have been working towards, someone else is kind of eyeing it up. And so there's possible challenges coming ahead. And this king is saying that more self-exploration, specifically regarding your motivations. Were your motivations based in the material world, or were they based in the emotional world? Were they legitimate, innocent type motivations of getting into the dynamic of the relationship that you're currently in, to which I'm referring? Or was there an ulterior motive on either your part or the other person's part? Because this card could also indicate that there was ulterior motives on someone else's part. This one, this 5 of winter. And so, yeah, this is, again, self-exploration. And then the final card for what you are focusing on, Aries, is the Fool. And the Fool is the 0 card in the tarot. It is the very first card of the tarot. It is a card of brand new beginnings without prior expectations, without any preconceived notions. It's about, let's wipe the slate clean and move forward. So in the context of talking about a relationship that may be a little bit rocky or on the rocks at this time, Aries, this card is indicating that there is a new beginning coming. Now, this may indicate a new beginning with regards to, yeah, we're done, we're finished, I'm moving on. Or alternatively, it may indicate that there is a change or a shift in the dynamic of the relationship, and that's possible through open communication, and the ability to be able to negotiate, and as well the ability to go within yourself, look at your own intuitions, look at your own motivations, Aries, with regards to the relationship, as well discuss with the other partner. If that door is still open, discuss with them. What are their motivations? What are they trying to get out of this relationship? And whatever that may be, if you guys can come together on the same page, then you can change the dynamic of the relationship and go back into things and go back to that fun and folly of the Fool at the beginning of your relationship. Okay. I'm getting called over here. What is challenging Aries from really hitting the nail on the head and digging deep and resolving this? What is preventing Aries from a resolution to this matter right now? That one really flew out. Okay. Okay, so in your challenge, you have the 7 of Pentacles here. This is a card of slow and steady growth. And so this is not a card of immediate gratification. And so Aries, you may be looking, this situation did not come about overnight. It happened, it brewed, and so on. And so the 7 of Pentacles is the card of put in some work, go back to the drawing board, put in some work, go back to the drawing board, put in some work, go back to the drawing board. And eventually your work is recognized and acknowledged. But this came up in your challenges, indicating that this situation didn't come about overnight. It's been bubbling and brewing below the surface. And so that is what's challenging you with regards to finding a resolution to it, is that because it bubbled and brewed for so long, there's a hesitation on your part to change the dynamic of the relationship. You know, that the relationship, as much as it's uncomfortable right now, it is also a comfort zone, if that makes sense, right? It's better than going out and trying something new and going into this Fool energy. For some of you, that's what you believe. Where are we going to go? Let's go over here and see if there's any messages from the guides that they would like you to hear at this time. Messages for Aries. Oh, there's a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch that came out. So let's see what the guides want you to hear at this time. They want you to hear calm is not a weakness. Okay, fair enough. Take responsibility for your actions. Okay, this card is really important in the context of this self-exploration and the reality that you need to explore your own motivations for the relationship and how you got to this place of this relationship headed towards a 5 of winter moment, headed towards an 8 of summer moment. How did you get to this place? Well, if your motivations towards the relationship were anything but clear, concise, innocent, and not motivated by some of those other nasty things, greed, materialistic things, blah, 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 then you need to take responsibility for your actions and take responsibility for your role in this situation. Not an easy thing to hear, right, Aries? I mean, it doesn't sound nice, but here's the thing with the universe. When we step up and step into the role of taking full responsibility and we're fully accountable for where we are at in our lives, then the universe says, hey, there's a lesson learned. Let's move them into something bigger and better and more beautiful. They've learned this and they're going to take responsibility for their actions. And it really is a beautiful thing when we're accountable, not only to ourselves, but accountable to the outside world as well, in an open and honest way. Appreciate your talents. Appreciate what you bring to a relationship, Aries. That's the other side of this coin. This is two sides to a coin for you, Aries. Is you have to be accountable for your actions within the relationship and take responsibility for what your motivations were, but also appreciate who you are and the magic that you bring to a relationship as well, the knowledge that you bring to a relationship. Don't forget about that other side of things. Let's have a look at your final general overall outcome for this month, for this relationship that we've been droning on about. Okay. So 3 cards have popped out. Okay. Awesome. This is about choices. Interestingly, you have another 5. You have the 5 of Wands here. So you had the 5 of Winter, also known as the 5 of Swords. You have the 5 of Autumn, which is the 5 of Pentacles. And now you have the 5 of Wands coming into your reading. So you have a choice here, Aries. You have the postponement card. The postponement card is the equivalent to the 4 of Swords. This is a card of looking at both sides of things, deciding if you want to sit in the comfort of your home or the comfort zone that you have created for yourself, or whether you actually want to go out and step outside and into adventure. The thing about the 4 of Swords is if you look at the traditional tarot or the Rider-Waite deck, what you're going to find is it is a card of withdraw from society temporarily in order to be able to go within your own heart and in your own mind and figure out what you want. So what you're actually doing here is you are postponing a decision. Alternatively, we can move into this 5 of Wands, which goes into the suit of fire, the element of fire, which is take action. Are you going to postpone a decision on this, Aries? Or are you going to go all in for the totality of it? It's a choice, and it's a decision for you as to how you are going to sort out and work out this relationship, resolve the relationship. And as I mentioned with this Fool card, there are two ways that your relationship can go. It could be that it's over and you are now stepping up and stepping out into a whole new world as a different person. Or it could be that you are able to resolve your differences with this other party. And so that changes the dynamic, and that changes the energy within the relationship. And then you're able to go forward, and it's new and it's magical. So which route will you take, Aries? Will you postpone a decision on this, or will you go all in for the totality of it? Either way, the final card of your reading is the Adventure card. And this is the card of, it doesn't matter which choice you make. It doesn't matter which direction you go here. You are opening the door to a new adventure. And that's exactly what this Fool card is here as well. So as you began with your focus on the Fool and a new adventure, so shall you end the month of October. Thank you so much, Aries. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If this video resonated, please consider giving it a like, thumbs up, maybe subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to the opportunity to do your next reading for you at the beginning of November. Okay, we're going to move into Leo now. Leo, just give me a moment to get the cards put away from Aries reading. And then we're going to dive right into your reading, Leo. Get all these tucked away. And then we're going to clear some energy here. And away we go. Okay. Aries. Oh, sorry, Leo. Clear out Aries. May have a sip of water, soda actually. I like the bubbles. Tapping into the energy of Leo for mid to late October. Let's get going. So for the energies, mid to late October, we do have a card that has come up in reverse. I will read it in reverse in just a moment. And we have two beautiful, amazing cards for you, Leo. The very first card is an ace. This is the Ace of Cups or Ace of Water. This is a card of new beginnings with regards to the possibility of a new relationship. It is not as strong as, say, the Lover's card, but it is an indication that you are kind of looking at relationships and looking at changing the dynamics of a relationship, and moving it into a new phase or a new beginning. That means, you know, not really rocking the boat, going with the flow. And you have the Three of Cups here, which is the card of celebration. And in all of the tarot decks, the Three of Cups is represented by three goddesses dancing in the rain. This card has several different meanings. One of them is celebration, and one of them is reminding us that everything that we go through is an age, a phase, a stage of our lives, right? We have three women here representing the maiden, the goddess, and the crone, the three stages of a woman's life. And therefore, there are ages and phases that we experience in our relationships as well. And so I do feel like this is pertaining to a relationship and some new stuff that you want to come in for your relationship. But we have another ace here. So you have the Ace of Cups over here in the upright, and you have the Ace of Swords here in the reverse. Two aces, both indicating new beginnings. This one is about going with the flow. This one is about a delayed reaction or delayed gratification of some kind. I'm going to just set these cards down for you here, Leo. What this card is indicating is that, and with this Ace of Cups in the upright, you want to go with the flow, you want to move into celebration, you want to move quickly with a relationship. I do want to say for a lot of you, it is a romantic relationship. You're trying to change the dynamic of a relationship if you're already involved with someone. And if it's a new relationship that's just beginning out there for many of you, you want to move it along quickly with this Ace and this 3. And this card is saying, oh, wait. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is coming from the heart, and it's coming from the emotions, and it's coming from the excitement and the celebration of all of it. And this one is coming from the brain or the mind. This is coming from the realm of the mind, being the swords or the clouds. And it's saying, oh, wait, I'm in reverse. Put the brakes on. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Is it a bad thing? No, absolutely not. It is still about a new beginning. It is about moving into a more conscious awareness of ourselves and of our partners in our lives. And, you know, this card is about consciousness. It's about stepping up and stepping into a bigger or grander awareness. But when it comes up in reverse, it's about us kind of putting the brakes on a little bit because we're not quite clear. We don't have that full clarity of what we want and where we're going, what direction we're taking this. And so it's not a halt by any means. It's just, let's step on the brakes a little bit with this relationship. It's still kind of new and fresh. Let's have a look at what you're focusing on. What is Leo focusing on for the remainder of October? Cards are almost sticky. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. You have okay. You have a desire. One of the things that you want to do at this time, Leo, is to see beyond the illusion. You want to close off a chapter of your life and be able to start something new, start a new relationship, close something off. You have the opportunity to do so because you have this 10 of rainbows here, also known as the 10 of Pentacles. This is the card of, you know what, the world is your oyster and you can create what you want. When you have the opportunity to do that, you are actually the master of your own domain. This is actually an extra card that is not in the traditional or the Rider-Waite tarot decks. This is an extra one in the Osho Zen. And this card is a card indicating and reminding you that you are the master of your own life. What is all of this going to bring you? Well, it's going to bring you a new adventure. So Leo, all good things. Having both the Master and the Beyond Illusion card here, both of these cards are from the Major Arcana, and both of these cards are indicating that you are closing off one chapter in your life and you're moving on into something new. Well, we knew that you were moving into something new, Leo, because you've got two aces here. Aces are all about new beginnings. And this card is kind of like an ace because it doesn't have a number on it. So overall, Leo, this is indicating that you are moving into and shifting into new dynamics when it comes to your relationships. And that's exciting. And it's going to bring some adventure. Okay. Are you experiencing anything that is challenging you with regards to this that may be standing in your way a little bit? The Four of Pentacles, old belief system, coveting. Okay. The Four of Pentacles is my card of coveting. This is the card of craving what someone else has as your own. This is a card of really not digging deep and believing in yourself. And so you kind of hijack somebody else's dream and go, oh, well, they have the big house. Well, they might not have a good emotional bond with their partner, but they've got the big house. So this is being part of the Pentacles. It is about money and material things. And so, Leo, this is a card. It came up in your challenges. And what it's saying is that this new manifestation that you are working towards with these aces, with the celebration card, with closing off a chapter, becoming the master, you're the, the world is your oyster. All of this new that you are beginning to create, this card is saying, pay attention to what your motivations are. What are your motivations at this time, Leo? Because if your motivation is driven by coveting what someone else has, that's not your own. So this is a card of go back, sit back and go. And as I mentioned here with this inverted or reversed Ace of Swords, again, this is a delay. There's a delay being put in there. Why is the delay being put in there? Well, it's being put in there because you have to explore your motivations for this new relationship. If your motivation is entirely materialistic, your relationship is probably not going to start on secure ground. If your motivation is open and innocent, and I want something that's going to come from the heart, and I want unconditional love and all of that, then, this ace is probably going to reverse itself in a pretty big hurry. All right. Are there any messages that you need to hear at this time? No, but I'm getting called to this deck. Okay. What is unexpected? Unexpectedly coming up for Leo. Okay, we've got one card that came out. Yes. All right, Leo, I asked for what is unexpectedly coming to you, and there's a fire or an intensity that's coming towards you as you explore your motivations for wanting to start something new in a relationship, for wanting to really, really change the dynamic of either an existing relationship or stepping into a new relationship. There's going to be an unexpected intensity or fire that comes into your life with the intention of helping you to explore and dig deep. Because from the ashes, so shall the phoenix rise. But sometimes we have to burn out old belief systems of what's important to us in our lives. Sometimes we need to dig really deep. What are we coveting? When we do that work, it can be pretty intense, Leo. But once you've done that, it opens the door for so much more. Let's have a look at your overall outcome. Oh, we had a card jump and then it went right back in the deck and now it's dangling on the edge there. Not sure if that's actually going to be your outcome card or not, Leo. We'll see in a minute. Ah, yes. I love it. All right. Nope, that wasn't your card because it did not actually come all the way out. All right. The reason that I was saying that I absolutely love it is because There are three cards that are considered the happiest cards in the deck. We've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the Star, and we've got the Sun. And you've got the Star coming out. You are the star of the show, Leo. You have the ability and the capacity to be able to make things happen once you do this work. Sure, it's going to be intense, but you're bringing in an adventure. Look to the future with hope and optimism. That is the message of the Star. You have the Justice card here as well. The Justice card is about finding or creating balance. The universe likes balance. There's no two ways about it. The yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the sun and the moon, etc., etc., etc. And so this is a card about bringing things back into balance. So perhaps in the past, Leo, and that's what I've been picking up all along, in the past, your relationships have been very unbalanced. There's a whole lot more give and a whole lot more take from, a whole lot more give from one person and take from another person. And so this card is indicating that your next or new relationship will be brought into more balance. There will be more justice involved in it. And finally, you have the Queen of Autumn here, also known as the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a card of additional financial abundance coming into your life. And she's a generous queen. She is a queen that likes to give and give and give. What else can I say about this queen? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. She's a generous queen. So I think that once you resolve this Four of Pentacles issue and really, really explore your motivations with regards to your next relationship will be filled with the moon and the stars and the sun and beauty. It will be more balanced, more just, and it's probably going to be with someone who's generous. All right, Leo, thank you so much for being here. If you like this reading, please consider liking this video and giving the channel a great big subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope that you will allow me the honor of doing your next reading at the beginning of November. Right now, we are going to move into the energy of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I'm just tidying up the cards from Leo's reading. Give me just a moment here. Let me tuck these in. And then we'll get started with your reading, Sagittarius. Clear out Leo's energy. Move into the energy of Sagittarius. Okay. Draw down the energy of Sagittarius for mid to late October. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's get started. Okay, 2 cards flipped out. Is there anything else for Sagittarius? Okay. So Sagittarius, we have 2 cards here, both from the suit of Wands, which is the suit of fire. And you're a fire sign. Interesting. Okay, so you have the 9 of Wands here. This is the card of exhaustion. These are cards that I pulled specifically with the intention of letting me know where you're at now under the influence of this annular eclipse, where you're at in mid-October, what's going on for you. You are feeling a little bit overwhelmed. You're feeling like there's too much going on. This is a card of multitasking. This is a card of throwing a couple of balls up in the air, throwing a couple more up in the air, and trying to keep everything up in the air and just not being able to handle as much as what's going on in your life. What is the solution for you, Sagittarius? playfulness. Bring more play into your life. And I can hear some of you right now going, oh my God, she is so far off the mark. Where am I going to find time to play? I am so busy, 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 busy. Look at my exhaustion. I've got this to do and that to do, and I'm running here and I'm running there. And I can see some of you as being the moms and the dads that, are on the phone at 3:30 in the afternoon. Did you remember to pick the kid up from school? Oh my God, this one has to go to skating and that one has to go to hockey and this one's going to ballet and who's going to make, oh my God, we forgot to make dinner and how are we going to get homework done? And you're just all over the place right now. And I also sense that for some of you, it's not about that dynamic of trying to coordinate family, but for some of you, you're also feeling this exhaustion and this overwhelm because you're looking at the internet, you're looking at your Telegram, you're looking at your Facebook feeds, and you're going, oh my goodness, something is happening on the other side of the planet, and it's directly going to, and oh my God, this, and oh wow, this political thing, and and COVID, and oh gee, okay. That's what this card is talking about. Can you control the narrative surrounding COVID and what's happening? Nope. Can you control the fact that you're getting pulled in a bunch of different directions trying to take the kids from this place to that place, and oh my God, what are we doing for dinner? Yeah, you got a little bit more control over that. The one thing that we do have control over, Sagittarius, is our reactions to what's going on in our lives. Sure, we can reduce our exposure to some of the social media. Sure, we could reduce the number of activities that our kids are involved in after school, which would help to take some of the and alleviate some of the pressure on ourselves. But ultimately, our reaction to what's going on and this multitasking is ours, and we need to own that. And so if we're feeling exhaustion, we need to own that and we need to make changes. And the easiest change we can make is to become more playful with what we do. So, the example I gave where you're ferrying the kids here and there and everywhere, and you're trying to keep up with everything, have some fun with that. Have a game in the car for the kids or something like that. Instead of rushing and going, oh my God, I can't give my kids a McDonald's for dinner again. Have some fun with that and maybe have, like, I don't know, Halloween's coming up, and have like a spooky theme sandwich, or they just bring play into what you're doing right now, Sagittarius, because this exhaustion card, it's not sustainable. Playfulness is sustainable. Let's have a look at what you are focusing on for the remainder of the month. Oh, well, one card wanted to come out in a big hurry. There's another card. I think one of the themes of this reading, without having looked at these other cards yet, is going to be accountability towards how we're feeling and how we got to where we are. Just putting that out there, but we'll see. All right, this was the first card that jumped out. Yes, we have the Two of Autumn and the Ace of Autumn. Both cards are from the suit of Pentacles. And I can't make this up. You saw me pull the card, Sagittarius. You saw the cards jump out. Where you're at now, you're being called upon to bring more playfulness into your life. Two of Autumn, I'm just going to read what it says because I can't say it any better. Bring fun into everything that you do. Sagittarius, everything about this reading is indicating that you are not having enough fun in your life. This card, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, you are currently multitasking and not having enough fun. The cards don't lie. You've got two cards here indicating that, and now you've got another card indicating that. How are you going to resolve this and come out of all of this? Well, there's a new beginning for you. The Ace of Pentacles is about new beginnings, specifically new beginnings potentially with regards to money or finances, or a job career change that helps to change and alleviate some of the stress that you've been under. It may be, okay, I'm getting a message. I'm being told, Sagittarius, to let you know that this card may be indicating that for some of you, there may be an opportunity to maintain your current income level while at the same time cutting back your hours so that you can find more of this playfulness and this balance, this work play life balance in your lives, and not to be shy to ask about it. It does no harm to ask, is what I'm hearing. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to hear no, in which case then you have to look differently. But ultimately, the cards are all indicating right now, Sagittarius, that bring more fun, bring more playfulness into what it is you're doing. And really, like I mentioned already, Halloween's coming up. Bring some fun and play into the end of the month for sure. Dress up, act silly. Even if it's only for 1 or 2 days out of the intended 15 or 16 days for this reading, have some fun. Let your hair down. Go crazy. Messages you need to hear at this time. Let's have a look. Hmm. 3 messages that you need to hear. Very first message, release toxic relationships. That one is kind of self-explanatory. It's kind of out there in relation to the rest of your reading, unless of course it's a toxic relationship that is causing your exhaustion and your multitasking. But this one's kind of common sense. Release toxic relationships. Inspire others, Sagittarius. When you go out and you have fun and you're playful, you are inspiring others. And abundance is your right. It is your right. You are entitled to have an abundant life. Never forget that. And if somebody is abundance is not just about money. Abundance is about having the time to go out and have fun and to be playful. That is your right. And if something is intruding upon that, take a good, long, hard look at that, Sagittarius. From now, middle of October to the end of October, try and have some more fun and really, really dig deep as to what is preventing you from having more of that fun in your life, because that is an aspect of abundance. All right. Is there anything else that Sagittarius needs to hear at this time? I'm being told to pull a card from here. Is there anything that is unexpectedly coming up for Sagittarius? Card. Okay. So the card that came up is the stars or the navigation card. And this is a card indicating that your life may be taking a different direction in the very near future in order to afford you the opportunity to have more fun and more playfulness in your life. All right, final general overall outcome. Where are we going for that? Let's go over here. We just have one card out. Oh, nope, there's a second card out. All right, is there anything else? Oh, apparently there is. Okay. Let's turn these cards over. Okay. You have the Ten of Swords, indicating that you're holding back and that you are reluctant to take the necessary steps that you need to take. This came up in the reverse position, the Ten of Swords. It is an indication that you are the one delaying your playfulness and delaying your fun. Remember what I said? I felt like this reading ultimately was going to point towards taking accountability for your actions. You have the King of Wands here coming in, and the King of Wands is the King of Wands is the king that comes in when we need advice from a trusted friend or confidant. Okay. Ten of Swords reversed, indicating part of this stress and exhaustion is your own doing, Sagittarius. Can you change this? Absolutely. The cards are indicating that you can change this. Navigation by the stars, change it, bring fun into what you are doing. This Ace of Autumn, Ace of Pentacles, is indicating a new beginning or a new start for you. And the King here is indicating that someone is coming along who may be in a position to be able to help you or assist you, mentor you even. And finally, you have the Strength card as your final card in your reading, Sagittarius. And this card is a card of reminding you, you are stronger than you think you are. You have the strength, the wherewithal, and the ability to get through this and to make the necessary changes to have a whole lot more fun and playfulness in your life. Thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And if you like this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. And please allow me the honor of doing your next reading at the beginning of November.